Hey everyone, welcome to part 4 of our second game of the month. We're playing a Gargoyle Earth Elementalist. I'm Ultraviolent 4 and we are about to start Lair. We've got a little bit of a balanced offense here. We picked up this +8 hand crossbow, which is utterly amazing, and also very handily has +9 magic points on it, so it lets us cast as well. So we've got that combined with our earth spells here, which is nice because I don't think Lair is a great place for a earth elementalist to be at this stage of the game. So in the dungeon you have hallways everywhere, so you're always going to be able to use your rapid deconstruction against the wall. But in Lair, as you can see here to our left, you have big wide open areas without walls in them. So especially if you're trying to kill, so say this hippogriff was a hydra or some other 10 speed dangerous enemy, we could then afford to walk it back to a wall and then LRD it. But if this was something fast like a spiny frog, it would be much more dangerous. But that's fine because in that case we just shoot it with our hand crossbow. We are currently mostly training shields. We also bought this Shield of the Midnight Sun that's got plus regen on it, is probably the most exciting thing there. RF plus is nice too. But yeah, I don't know that we'll end up with this shield forever because it's an artifact, but it's only a +0 shield, so we won't be able to enchant it. But I don't know. If it's anything like the last game I played, we're not going to find any enchant armor scrolls anyway, so no biggie. And we'll have to see how we go. So spent most of today in hospital with possible appendicitis. So yeah, they released me. Although I have to go get an ultrasound in the morning. So yeah, this might be a bit of a shorter episode. And I guess if you don't see any episodes after this for a few days, maybe I had surgery and or died. How? I'm gonna try not to make myself laugh, it hurts. Anyway, let's play Crawl. We'll see how we go. What does our crossbow training look like? It's only 0.8 at the moment. Okay, so I think we're getting our shield up so that our spells are more castable. LRD's down to 4%, which is good. I don't care too much about Petrify. Okay, so we're training Invocation so we can have Finesse and just more stuff. Okay, well I think probably soon we start training crossbows again. It's okay. Actually, this is quite a dangerous enemy. Let me LRD that. The Black Mamba's really quite evasive, so I want to make sure that I don't miss. Whereas if I'm shooting slow bolts at him, as in it takes me a long time because it's not a trained weapon type, and then they miss, Black Mamba's gonna get on top of us. Oh, I see an artifact helmet. That looks exciting. What is this ghost? In Nolobu. I was just thinking that's not a CPO player I recognized, and then I remembered. We're playing offline. He's got Fireball, is probably the most dangerous spell there. But we happen to have 2 pips of RF. So maybe we'll go in there. I don't know, but if we're doing that, we'll be doing it at the end of the floor, not in the beginning. So here's the spiny frog I talked about. Nah, we failed. Oh, we failed again. We failed Lee's rapid deconstruction 3 times in that fight at a 4% chance to fail. That's really something. Alright, porcupines are fast, which is why it caught up. But the thing I was just thinking before that nonsense happened is that we really don't have many bolts. We've only got 35, so Okawaru should give us bolts, but if he doesn't, we might run out. So I guess I'm gonna try to LRD stuff. Here's a scroll. Backslash minus. I don't think there are too many. We don't know. Amnesia. Oh, there are a lot actually. Well, none of those we're really in a hurry to read, so I think I'm just gonna hang on to that, and we can try it later when we have identify. Here's some bolts. How many? Oh, one. Okay, never mind. That's just one I shot. One to polymorph. That's fine. This is actually quite a dangerous ghost vault. To have these enemies along with Moths of Wrath who are going to berserk them is really dangerous. And we'll see. That's an artifact amulet. So, oh, okay. There are 12 bolts. We don't have identify. This could have bad properties in it, so it could have contam, it could be harm. The question is, how impatient am I feeling? I think impatient enough that I'm just gonna put it on. So it does have the drain property. Although it's got some nice things for us. Regen MP, which I don't love as an amulet, but this also has MP plus 9. And okay, the RN is whatever. The RF, we've got a million RF, so that's not so exciting. But I think having MP plus 9 and regen MP is better than having 2 extra shield and reflection. So yeah, I'm happy to keep this one on. Random effects ones we don't really need to pick up anymore. Alright, this transporter. How scary is it? Pretty damn scary. We've got one scroll of fear, so I was just thinking, can I go inside, read the fear, grab the helmet, and then bail? I don't like the chances of that. How many? We've got 2 teleportation scrolls, so I don't even want to try to run in, grab the helmet, and then teleport out, because only having 2, they're both very precious. So I think for now we just ignore this. We'll definitely come back though. I mean, it's an artifact, you gotta know, right? Could be anything. Alright, here's the ice cave, and there it is, right there. Alright, so we knew this one was coming. We have multiple sources of getting protection from cold. We've got this staff, and we also have the ring of ice. So I think we put the rice on. The ring of ice. We put on the rice instead of positive energy. And then we go do this. And I think by default, I'd still rather have the hand crossbow out because that's giving us more magic points. We can always decide to switch from that to the Staff of Cold. Whereas you can't go back. As in, if you start off with the Staff of Cold and then you switch to the hand crossbow, you'll be missing the magic points. Alright, it's a simulacrum type. These guys can be LRD'd. So we're just gonna blow them all up. Okay, pretty good. Can I just hit these guys with a weapon? I'm not really too afraid of white imps. Okay, so not too scary of a start. I don't remember how this ice cave ends. If this has statues, they'll get pretty destroyed. Oh, freezing race 1. Okay. Yeah, freezing race are pretty scary. Alright, let's just back up. Yeah, we'll LRD them. Yeah, pretty strong spell. These guys can slow you if they hit. Let me get... Oh, there we go, we got slowed. It's alright. We've still got magic. That one barely hurt him at all. The really dangerous thing here about using the hand crossbow, okay, is we shoot it pretty slowly, and then we're slowed. So if I shoot this, the freezing wraith is going to get multiple attempts to attack us here. I could throw out a heroism. I'm just thinking about saving the magic points and then trying to get another LRD. But this guy, he tanked 1,000,000, so the first one died to maybe 3 or 4. This guy, I feel like we've done about 5, and he's only about half dead. Huh. Am I that afraid? Probably not really. What if I just walk away and then just block all his attacks? And every time we get 5 magic points, I LRD him. No, it really did no damage. It actually literally did no damage. The blast of rock hits the freezing wraith, but does no damage. That's amazing. LRD is supposed to be super strong. Do I throw out a cloud? Oh, I know what I've got. Oh, our lamp of fire's not recharged. Okay. These guys are susceptible to fire, so the lamp of fire would be a strong play, but not so much. How about I throw out a wand of clouds and see what we can get here. Okay, Mephitic, not real exciting. We're going to be slowed forever. There's no point in me trying to walk away and walk off the slow. How about we go heroism, and we're just going to shoot him the old-fashioned way. I know I said that doing this will give him multiple chances to attack us, but yeah, I don't really see what else we do there. that's a resounding endorsement for that choice of actions. I'm going to heroism first, so we get extra shield, evasion, etc. So even if I use the spells here, if these guys attack, we'll hopefully block them. Alright. So these ones died to the LRD. What was wrong with the last one? There we go. It's a good thing we have all these extra magic points. Alright, here we go again. Okay, heroism. It's still true of Okawaru, even if you're casting spells, that you should be using heroism for every non-trivial fight. This guy is really not going down. And we get... this is just one freezing wraith. I'm not quite so afraid. I think we can fight one. See how hungry we're getting? We keep ending up starving in all these fights. We need more spellcasting. We are training it. So I'm not worried that we're going to run out of food and starve to death. My issue is more that you shouldn't want to give up turns during the middle of a fight eating. Oh wow, this is a room. Okay, this has a bunch of dudes and 3 freezing wraiths at once. What are you? You're a centaur. Okay, you're fine. We're gonna heroism. Okay, do we have immolation? No. Okay, I was waiting for some value. I didn't want to use my LRD just on one monster, and we got slowed. Unfortunate. Okay, Oka's given us a weapon. I'm just gonna shoot him. Alright, shields to 11. Oh, Oka gave us an arbalist. Alright. I don't think we're using an arbalist. It's a 2-handed weapon. We want to have one-handed so that we can have a shield. It's really hard to tell what those enemies are when they don't get named on the right here. So apparently that's an ogre. Oh, I accidentally did regeneration. Okay. Oh, I did it again. Keep using the wrong macro. Cool. Let's eat again. We've gone through a lot of food in here. We have found a plain quarterstaff, a bunch of ice blast charges. Oh, we're still going. Okay, that's a troll. It's not too scary. There's an ice statue. He's just gonna get utterly wrecked by LRD. We go to level 13. We can almost fly. We can do that from level 14. Okay, LRD is just absolutely shredding these simulacrums. How did you die? I've heard of 2 people so far who died in the ice cave. I don't understand. How did you do that? I'm calling out a noob in disguise in particular here. Let's see. So there's the necromancer. So he's the boss. I think this means it's the one that has manuals of ice magic, which is cool. Oops. We picked up the uncursed Staff of Cold even though we have Staffs of Cold already. Okay. Well, there you go. So I finally hear our manuals of ice magic. The Gauntlets of War. Oh boy. It's just better than archery anyway. I was like, wait, but archery gives +4 slaying on ranged attacks. Hang on, Gauntlets of War gives you +5 and extra AC. Alright, so that's a pretty nice haul. We don't really have any ice magic, so that's not really exciting. Usually you find some ice spells in here, some books with ice spells, but no, we just got the manuals. Well, we'll keep an eye out for any ice spells that we do come across. So the thing that I was trying to say, it's about the staves. So I finally got in my RC file to pick up staves, but it looks like I'm just going to pick up all types even when I know them now. Oh, is that more or less annoying than not picking up unknown ones? I don't know. We'll see. Have to decide. Let me just check there's nothing else in here. Control F and dot. I didn't miss any items I want. No. I'm just ignoring the arbalist. And I've remembered to take my ring of ice off. Although arguably, I think, no, we should just wear this ring of ice. That's better than the positive energy ring. Because we've got so much RF that even with cold, we still have max RF. And then we'll have a point of RC. For negative energy, as a gargoyle, we have some innately anyway. And then it's also on our amulet. So I'm just going to drop this ring of positive energy. Because you get enemies here in the lair that do cold damage, or the rhyme drakes. Why am I still picking up stones? For sandblast. I have not used a sandblast for a very long time. I think we can just ditch stones, not even bother. If we want to use a sandblast, I may as well just shoot something with a hand crossbow. Here's suddenly a Hydra. I wonder, does this hit off screen? I don't know that LRD is like Fireball, maybe it is. Because we know the Hydra is standing here. So if I get this tile, even though we can't see it, do we get the Hydra? I don't know, I can't tell. You could tell if you watched the video back. Is it more injured now than it was? Maybe. I can also do a bit of a tricksy move here. Rather than put my LRD here, where I'm going to kill the Spriggan, because I'm less afraid of the Spriggan than I am the Hydra, I can just put my LRD back, so I'm hitting the Hydra. Never mind, we got outplayed. They switched. I was not expecting that. No biggie. But you saw the idea. I was going to leave the Spriggan standing in front and kill the Hydra. I need to turn stones off from auto pickup. Yeah, there we go. As an Earth Elementalist, the game wants to pick them up. Oh, and sling bullets. We can drop those too. We ditched our sling a while back. Yeah, good. We got an identify scroll. So that's a scroll of immolation. Okay, that would have been pretty handy in the ice cave. That's a ring of protection from fire. We absolutely don't need that. We've got RF more than covered right now. Let's not shoot random bolts at random porcupines. So we got that spider's nest. This looks like swamp. No, it's not swamp. Some random area. Okay, so we got spider's nest. Is that good or bad? Don't know. It's probably good because the whole thing about spiders is each individual spider isn't that dangerous, but they poison you really heavily and they swarm you in big packs. As a gargoyle, we're immune to poison, and then we're going to have much higher AC than we should have. So individual spiders aren't that scary, I guess. So maybe Spider's Nest is better for this character than the Snake Pit would be. But I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with an answer. I don't feel particularly strongly either way about which one we get. There is Swamp. Alright. That's probably also... Yeah, no, Swamp's always better than Shoals. What am I talking about? Unless you're a merfolk and you're just really trying to get Demon Tridents. A Ring of Sea Invis. We can drop that. Sea Invis is already on our hand crossbow. ID again, but we got nothing to ID. Will we keep going? Should we go do that Ghost Vault? I don't know, I'm really afraid of that Ghost Vault. I'm not sure how we safely do that. Well, somehow we went up to 5 scrolls of teleportation from 2 last time I checked. I don't know when and how that happened, but it did. Oh, we got another ghost. Okay, spellcasting goes to 10. Hope it gives us a weapon. It's a rune trident. I'm not even going to test it. A trident is meh as a weapon. So it's not going to entice me to start training a melee weapon type just with the trident. This is Hunfrid Ma. He is a deep elf conjurer with Orb of Destruction and Blink. That sounds like a nightmare. He's gonna blink around and Orb of Destruction stuff. So I don't think I ever want to fight that ghost. There's a Potion of Might and Mutation, so I mean maybe one day we'll come back far in the future, but I think in the short term we're not going in there. Glass does more damage than regular stone. Is that ghost just trash talking us? I'm fresh out of hellfire, but you will end anyway. Yeah. Talking big. Trying to lure us in. Magic mapping scroll. Whatever. A ring of stealth is not very useful. Here's Sonya. So, what has she got? She's got a distortion sword, so we can't let her get on top of us. We have a lot of hex ones, which we can just hex her with. There we go. And even if we didn't, you can probably blow her up pretty quickly with LRD. Because her whole thing is she's evasive, but LRD won't miss. Cool. I think I just want to go back upstairs and reset this fight. Let's go to a new stair so we're not immediately surrounded by all those monsters. A steam dragon. And we saw a lindworm. This might be the dragon vault that has a fire dragon in it always, and a million different drakes. How does this happen? We just miscast LRD twice in a row. And it's got to be even lower now. 3% chance to fail. Metal walls do even more damage again. So LRD around this area is going to be really strong. She had curare. Do I want curare needles? Probably. Let's pick those up. A book. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. So this has Ogreb's Toxic Radiance in it and Poisonous Vapors. Two amazingly strong spells in Spider's Nest. What is our poison aptitude? 0. Okay. Well, probably we'll just go Ogreb's. And then we can just poison everything on screen. So I mean, we're not in a huge hurry for that because it's going to be a little while until we actually get to Spider's Nest. But I am going to put Ogrebs in my spell list, and I'm going to make a macro. That looks really funky, but the key I pressed for that macro was F1. Came up as bracket -1073741882, aka F1. Frogs are being annoying. I just wanted to position such that I could hit 2 of them with an LRD. Is that so hard? I'm gonna keep blinking everywhere. Okay, so Poisonous Vapors is a really good spell just on its own, but I don't think we need it. So if we want to Poisonous Vapors one particular enemy, I think we can just LRD it, or we can shoot it with a crossbow or something like that. Whereas the one that's going to kill the whole screen at once is going to be Ogrebs. So it's, I don't know, they're sort of doing different things. Most games, I think I did this last game on my Naga, I learnt Poisonous Vapors but not Ogrebs. Whereas this time I'm doing the opposite. We've got 2 more floors of lair. I probably shouldn't be spamming bolts quite that much. Wow. We just 2-shot LRD that Hydra. We had stone, so stone does a bit more damage than rock wall does. But that's still surprising. Oh, we made it to 6 pips of piety. Okawara was honored by that one. Fighting goes to 11. We don't have too much left of shields, and I think we're stopping invocations soon. I've got a spell target on for 8, but finesse is at 9%, so I think that's fine for now. We'll stop invocations at 7. Maybe I'll get angry at it in the future and we'll train to 8, but for now it's okay. I mean, we're not using the crossbow that much anyway, so we're not in a huge hurry to be able to shoot things twice as quickly. Here's a polished scale mail. What's our current armor? It's a +1 ring mail of resistance. Well, I'm gonna ID this in case it's scary. Wow. It's a +2 scale mail. I said wow because it's got int +8 on it. And the ability to blink. That would drop us to 1 pip of MR, which hang on, let's just put this on. Let's see if it's even viable. So, say LRD at the moment is 3%. We're going from 23 AC, 10 evasion, which is 33, to 25 and 9, which is 34. So this is a little bit higher in terms of protection, but it's dropping our AC, and our spells are basically the same, still at 3%. So I feel like maybe in that case, I'd rather have the extra magic resistance. So it's barely helping our defenses. It's stacking us much more heavily on the AC side instead of the evasion side. But then we're more susceptible to, say, being banished or being paralyzed. So I think I'm going to stick with the MR. I don't know. If you know ZXC, so Australian player, former player, hasn't played in a long time now. Has one of the longest streaks of all time. He basically, the only resistance he cared about, I shouldn't say this, but okay, the resistance he cared about above all else was magic resistance. So I sort of picked that up a little bit from him. There's 7 on our invocations. Okay, well we just found a new artifact ring mail. Alright, let's test that out. And then it's not going to be MR, and I'm going to pick it, and then I'm going to sound like a massive liar. Alright, let's go. +1 ring mail. R poison, useless. RF+++. We're already swimming in RF. Regen, strength -3. No. No, thank you. Let's stick with the MR. We'll double down. I can't hit both those without hitting me. We did pick up a few more bolts, so we're at 57 right now. There's an altar for Jiva. If like Leo Littlebook had wanted, where he said we should have picked Zin, we would have been able to switch to Jiva for free. Oh no, you wouldn't, because Jiva hates. Sorry, Zin hates Jiva because he's a chaotic god. Okay, never mind. So Leo BTFO'd. That's not fair. Anyway, the thing I was thinking that good gods normally don't care if you switch, whereas Oka does. He's always angry if you abandon him. Yeah, but Zin has a couple more caveats. If you switch from him, so the good gods don't like it if you go to evil, but Zin also hates it if you go to Zong because he's chaotic, or Jiva because he's also chaotic. So there you go. Less 6, we hear a distant snort. So that's going to be the labyrinth. I think we should check it out. So for the labyrinths, if you don't like them, you can leave. And that sounds like a threat. You know, you don't like this lair, you can leave. That's not what I meant. I meant you can look in and see if it's dangerous, and if it's too dangerous, then you don't die there. So it's a magic map. It is right below us. I was kind of hoping I could go up this stair and down a different one. The dream sheep don't scare me. This would normally be an extremely scary situation where you can get slept when there's a Hydra around. But because gargoyles are unbreathing, we're never going to fall asleep. Don't want to close my eyes. Don't wanna fall asleep cause I miss you, babe. And I don't know how to kill this Hydra. How do we kill this Hydra? We have a lot of Ice Blast ones. How about we do that? I was kind of thinking I need some form of AoE, but I can't get it because there are no rock walls around. And now these guys in front are being annoying. Alternatively, I could just walk down and just go straight into the labyrinth. But then it's going to be extremely fun when I leave. Why don't we know Shatter yet? Damn it. Should have followed Majang's guide. We could have had Shadow by now. I'm calling out everyone right now. All the theory crafters. I'd really like. I don't care too much about the dream sheep or the yaks or the crocodiles, but I'd really like this Hydra to be dead before I come back out of the labyrinth. One way you can, we're up to 7 teleportation now, but one way you can avoid that is you read a teleport before you exit, but we don't have too many and we're on an unexplored layer 6, so we don't want to be thrown into the middle here of whatever nightmare this is. So how do I kill the Hydra? I could also just walk down here and use the walls to kill everything. Maybe that's my play. Can I sneak some Ice Blast through the middle? No. Alright, I'm gonna do that. We're not in a huge hurry to get into the labyrinth because it was so close to the stairs here. So we're just gonna blow stuff up here. An immolation scroll would make short work of everything as well, but I don't think we need it. Yeah, because it's really just a Hydra. Oh cool, we reached level 14, so now we can fly. You know what? Let's just go to the corner here. And we're just going to shoot stuff with our crossbow. There we go. I'm also going to fly. Alright, we've got more things turning up. These ones were out of magic points. I'm just going to go into the labyrinth. You never land in one of these rooms, so you're never going to have to fight immediately. I'm going to explore around and see what's in here. Before picking a route, if we pick a route. Alright, so if we go to the right here, it looks like the first room we're going to be in is an electric themed room. We don't care so much about that because we've got Aralek. And our loot there would be heal wounds and an artifact ring. The next one is a mutation themed room. They give you an RF ring, which we don't care about, a potion of mutation, a runed hand crossbow, which is interesting. So if that's, say, a hand crossbow of Elect, that would be pretty exciting. But even then, I don't think I'd want to replace the one that we currently have because of all the bonus things, like even just the bonus magic points. Anyway, let's go check the other side. So the other side, again, we have an electric themed room. And we would get an artifact ring again. The second room is a jelly themed room, and we'd be getting a net, a heal wounds, and a scarf. When we currently don't have any cloak or scarf. To me, maybe that second one sounds more exciting then. So the two elect rooms are, it's a wash. This one has heal wounds, but we get heal wounds later. And in the second room, mutation room, really annoying. We'd have to start potentially quaffing our mutation potions. Whereas this one we'd get a net and a scarf. Oh wait, there's a third way. Alright, the top room. Okay, wait, this might change everything. So we've got elephants, an artifact helmet, and the second room is just shadows, they're not dangerous. And we'd have the rings of the Octopus King are usually not that exciting. Like you might get 1 extra evasion or 1 extra AC out of it. I'm also not too excited by a twisted staff that I don't know. Okay, so I mean, just in terms of being viable, I think any of these rooms is viable. We could do all of them or any of them. But I think I'm gonna pick the middle one. So the artifact helmet does excite me a little bit, but I don't care about the plain amulet and I don't care about the loot in this second room. Whereas this one we're gonna get an artifact ring, heal wounds, a net, and a scarf. So yeah, that's gonna be the one. Do I want a heroism going in here? Yeah, why not? get off the wall. These are stone, right? Yeah, so it's gonna do more damage. Actually, oh, that's stone as well. Okay. Oh wait, but wait, it's all translucent stone. None of this is actually glass. And then lightning spires, as you probably know, are extremely overpowered. But we have Aralax, so it's okay. Wow, he's taking way less damage than I expected. We can't affect this one. He's a statue. How can we... Well, he's a spire, I guess. But how can you not LRD a spire? Anyway, we got the ring. We're going to identify it. Oh, it's a ring of fire. Of course it is. The one thing we don't need, which is fire. Alright, and for this one, we are definitely going to heroism. I'm half tempted to finesse as well, but that's probably unnecessary. But we're going to heroism. See if we can blow all these guys up before they all join together. Alright, this was super easy. Outplayed. Alright, we got the heal wounds, and let's just put this scarf on immediately. It's a scarf of temperature, so we're getting even more RF, and this gives us RC. So if we ever get another ring, instead of the ring of ice, we can put that on, and we'll have our resistances sorted. So this is pretty exciting. Let's just go into dragon armors pretty readily. I don't know, just having your resistances or a point of RF and RC on your scarf just gives you a lot more flexibility with your armor. And Okawara is going to be gifting us stuff, so yeah, who knows what armor we're going to end up with. Alright, we still got to fight the Minotaur, I forgot that. I just think in terms of the labyrinth now, in terms of being these rooms, or the gauntlet. Yeah, it's gauntlet, it's not a labyrinth. In terms of these rooms, but you still have a very dangerous fight at the end. Also, just another, one of the most like 5-head big brain things I've ever seen in my life was Dinast. He was playing a Felid. He did one of the paths, collected the loot, and then killed himself so that he would respawn back at the beginning, and then did another path to get more loot. It's like, whoa, he just killed himself for loot. That's the utter madman. Anyway, these are metal walls, so it's going to do a lot of LRD damage. I'm going to make sure I remember to heroism. Let's just check. So we've got 24 AC, 10 evasion, 12 shield. If I do this, we go up 2, 2, and 2. So it's like we're getting 6 extra defenses. There's a glaive of protection. And Tomahawks of dispersal. So he can be blinking me around. He's gonna die pretty quickly to Metal Wall LRD. Or is he? Does he have a crazy armor? They always have plate armor. I really don't want to die to this. So he can hit for 35 plus a glaive of protection. And gore for 20. Although I don't think he can gore if he's not adjacent. But I don't want to get too cocky there because we dropped half HP. But we were just out of one-shot range. Alright, and then what's in here? A glowing robe. Ah, cool. Well, they're not real exciting ones, but we just found some ice spells. Summon Ice Beast and Ozokubo's Refrigeration. I don't love those. Summon Ice Beast is a really good spell, but I don't think our character really wants it or needs it. I'm not even going to test these robes. I don't care. I don't like being in robes. Generally on my casters, I'd rather be in heavier armor. This Handbook of Dislocation is really good. It's got the Blink spell. What else was in it? Controlled Blink when never learning. We're not doing a level 8 translocation spell on a gargoyle. Was that it? Oh, I thought I saw more interesting things. Shroud, Blink, Gel's Gravitas, Dispersal. Okay, no, so it's really just the Blink. It's actually not that exciting. We are going to immediately learn that though. And what's our 19% fail? Well, I think once our shields get to 15, we'll immediately do some translocations. And then we'll probably start doing crossbows. Anyway, anything else in here? Dyed leather armor. I mean, maybe it's a +3 leather armor of magic resistance, so it's better. It's fire resistance again. Oh man, so much fire resistance. Control F dot just to check I haven't left anything. Well, we've left a lot of things, but they're mostly inside rooms we can't get to. Alright, so that's our gauntlet done. We are immediately about to be beset upon by elephants. Apparently not. Ow. I have 2 pips of RC. How are you hurting so much? Oh, we can get some good value. No, we can't. The only way for me to get value is to actually hit myself. Alright, so I think we're going to call this one here. So, join me in the next one, when and if that episode ever comes. We'll finish off layer 6, we'll maybe go do that ghost fort, get the artifact helmet, and then we'll be heading to the Orcish mines. See you then.